y'all, it's SheRea. What's up? In this video, I'm going to show you how I make my DIY whipped shea butter for natural hair and skin. You ready to never buy body butter again? Well, let's get into it. But before we get into it, I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up because it really does support my channel. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. A shea body butter recipe can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. You can use just shea butter or your favorite oil, or you can use a few ingredients like I am. For this recipe, I am using 3 ounces of each butter. 3 ounces of the sacred butter, shea butter, 3 ounces of mango butter, and 3 ounces of cocoa butter. I personally chose these butters because they all have their own unique textures. Shea butter is the softest and brings the creaminess. Mango is a bit firmer, but not nearly as oily as shea butter. It truly helps to give a good balance between oily and glowing. And cocoa is the firmest of the butters, but adds to the healing benefits and gives the butter a natural chocolate fragrance. Now for the oils. For this recipe, I'm using 3 ounces of the earth's nectar, coconut oil, which is one that I tend to always use. It whips seamlessly. I'm also using 3 ounces of avocado oil because it balances the oiliness of coconut oil. I personally like a 3-to-2 ratio. 3 ounces of butter for every 2 ounces of oil. Use more oil for a thinner butter or less oil for a thicker one. This recipe makes a little over 24 ounces of butter because the ingredients almost double in size from whipping. So adjust the recipe to fit your needs. Per usual, all ingredients and tools will be linked down below in the description box. As you can see, we're adding all the ingredients into a heat-safe metal bowl. You can use ceramic or glass, never plastic, and I'll show you why in a second. Now we have to melt the ingredients down in a double boiler. If you don't have one at home, well, because I don't, place your bowl on a pot with water. This will melt the butters without direct heat, which can zap away the nutrients. Also, I would not recommend microwaving for the same reason. Once the butters melt down, I like to give them a quick 1-minute mix just to make sure all the ingredients are evenly distributed. I should say that I prefer to melt my butters down to prevent grit and stiffness. Whipping solid butters and liquid oils just never come out quite the same. This is an extra step, but it's totally worth it. Now just cover the bowl with some plastic film and place in the freezer for about an hour or until the mix is semi-solid, kind of like this. As you can see, I'm using my new stand mixer that I treated myself to for the holiday season, but for the past few years, I just use my electric hand mixer. That works perfectly fine, and I will link it. You don't need a fancy stand mixer, but whipping with your kitchen whisk will not work. Get you an electric hand mixer at the very least. For the fluffiest, creamiest butter, I found that you have to whip for at least 10 minutes. Whipping adds air to the butter, and that's how we get the meringue texture we all want and deserve. This is very optional, but I like smelling like summer all year round, so I always add a bit of fragrance oils. I'm using a combination of strawberry and peach. I'm smelling like a chocolate-covered strawberry. Yum. I give it one final quick mix to evenly distribute the fragrance, and we are done. We are left with the best, softest, and most moisturizing butter you have ever seen. Doesn't it look good enough to eat? Yes, that is the goal. It's giving ice cream. It's giving icing. Well, that's it, y'all. That is my simple recipe. I hope that this video was helpful and that I answered all of your questions. Hopefully, you'll join me and never have to buy body butter ever, ever, ever again. Sending DIY love. Take care.